To me, one of my goals as a coach and as a teacher, I would say this when I was a civics teacher, was to make them better players, better men from the time they walked in to the time they walked out. Mm-hmm. And if I didn't try to take them to the highest level that I could get them, then I failed them. Mm-hmm. And I really, nobody was ever harder on me than me for the last however many years of my life. Mm-hmm. I self-evaluated as a coach all the time. Mm-hmm. I had Jimmy Simpson, who was a good dear friend of mine, who was our top assistant for a lot of years. I'd run stuff by him for all the time. Am I wrong here? What am I doing? And he would put his 2 cents worth in. Yeah, we're on the right track, coach. I don't know. But you're always evaluating yourself because I think to be a good leader, you have to evaluate. You can't, not to the point where you're wishy-washy, but you have to evaluate. Okay, am I going crazy here? Or am we going the right direction? But I felt like that was part of our success, was the fact that we tried to get guys to play. We obviously played a very fast up and down the floor type basketball, which I loved, and our kids loved it. But to do it, you're either in or you're out. You can't do that halfway, because you got to, if you're going to get them down the floor, you got to take care of the ball. You got to be good at transition defense. You have to make good decisions. And so in practice, there were nights I was a madman, and I'm sure the kids were like, kind of what you were saying with your parents there a little bit ago, right. And that was fine. I had no problem with that, because I knew when they needed to blow off, they had Jimmy or they had Doug or any of the other guys who were around that could kind of, sit and talk. And I trusted them. They trusted me. And when you have good people around you that you trust, it's part of the success. I never saw myself as this great coach that's going to have this word. This is the word and this is how you do it. There's a process to it. Yeah. And it wasn't always fun. And but I also was, I'm not very smart, but I was smart enough to put people around me that could be the guys that, because I understand guys every once in a while need an event. Okay, they got these guys, and I think that was a big help for sure. But then when they get it, and you hear about it either when you see it in high school or down the road, I've received text messages, I've received emails, conversations. Coach, I didn't get it, but I get it. And that's cool. I'm like, okay, right. And I wasn't going to go out when I was a senior, but okay, that's cool. I get it. We had you thinking, we had you thinking. And, like I say, it's not always, your growth isn't always comfortable. And in fact, I would think more times than not, growth is not comfortable.